It's another beautiful day out here at the golf course. Welcome to another edition of Course Corner, and it's a great day to show you all of the work that we've been doing over the last few months. So let's go for a bit of a wander up the second fairway. We've laid over 2,000 square metres of turf. So if we wander up the fairway, you can see how much has changed here. So out of the dams and creek, we've taken out about 11,000 cubic metres of silt and debris. So all of that material had to go somewhere. So we were able to dump some beside the fourth tee to reshape the banks of the creek, but most of it came to the second fairway. So what we've tried to do here is to make this so much fairer for people who are hitting a shorter ball so that balls don't run off and push you into the corner. But now we've got these massive flat areas in the fairway. So when you come from the tee, you'll be able to stay in the fairway. You won't automatically roll off to the side. The material that we got out of the creeks and the dam was really solid and able to be used. So a lot of the time when we get silty material, it's very hard to use, but there was so much deco and material like that was built into it, and sand. It's stabilized really well, and the turf is starting to set really well. So we're really happy with that. There's so much turf out here that hopefully you'll get a great place to play your next shot, no matter where you go. Let's head up to the third tee and we'll have a look at what we've done up there. So we've made our way up to the third tee. As you can see, this is all very natural and fantastic in here now. As we sort of try and make our way up without slipping over or doing something silly, we're on the second tee at the moment. So you can see the back tee growing in nicely. We top dressed that this week, so it's coming in nicely. But we're on the tee that most of our social players will probably play off, some of our ladies, and some of our midweek competitions. And it's looking fantastic. The grass is knitting really well here. You can see the shot that you've got. We've pushed over a little bit further towards the trees now, so there's a much greater carry across the water. So you'll have to make a decision on whether you're going for the green or whether you're laying up for the people who are a bit shorter in the hitting. Everything's coming together really well. If we wander a bit further forward, this is our main rear tee. We've got another tee that we're going to put in just up here. And you can see the concrete path has gone in all the way down around the creek. So when you get here, obviously you'll be able to drive all the way through, stay off all of the grass, and this path's now open for everyone. So come on out and have a look. It's looking fantastic, and we're really looking forward to being able to open this. Now the next question you're going to ask is when. That is still a bit of a discussion point. We're just going to play this by ear, keep top dressing, keep looking after it. We're really hopeful that we'll be able to open it sometime in September, but we'll be keeping an eye on it, and we'll open it as soon as we can, with an eye to keep making sure that we don't do any damage to it. So we're looking forward to you playing the third as it's meant to be very, very soon. Let's go down to the dams and have a look there. So obviously a lot of material got taken out of the dam, and this is where we put the first batch of it when we thought we weren't going to have 11,000 cubic metres of it. This is beside the fourth tee, so if we turn around this way, you can see the fourth tee over there. This used to be an old dump site back in the 80s and 70s. So we wanted to rehabilitate this area so that it was able to be regrown and come back to look really nice. So you've got access to the creek, people can see from the tee down into here, and everything grows out very nicely. As we make our way forward, without stumbling down the hill into the dam hopefully, you can see the dam, the desilt pond here, that was completely filled with silt, is now a water holding area to try and catch any sediment going forward into the future. So that's really good. We've then got the main dam after that. So if we keep on walking this way, making sure that I get on the right side of not falling into the creek, this area is just going to be seeded. We're going to plant some lamandras and various things to try and rehabilitate this area so that as over time it can grow in nicely, we can still get through and maintain it without causing ourselves any issues. We've put some sandstone blocks in alongside the path down here. That's primarily so that if we do get people who don't quite know where they're going around here, they don't end up with a buggy in the dam. But that's just going to be there to maintain some safety. Watch out for those golf balls when you're filming a video. And all of this will be turfed over there. This will be seeded, and everything will be back to a new normal very soon. Let's go down to the dam and we'll have a bit more of a look at that. So we've filled up the dams now. Everything is looking great. We were able to spot an eel sitting on the bank just before. So there's lots of water in there now for us to use out on the course. Obviously we haven't had much rain over the last little while, so we're very aware of the need to be able to irrigate the course. This is a great assistance to us to be able to secure our water a bit better than we were now that we've got our water capacity back. You notice we've taken out these trees that were here that have grown up over time that were sort of obscuring the tee shot a bit more, just to clean up the bank a bit more. Be very aware that the banks here are not to try and be scaled. There are many balls in there. Please try and stay away from the edges. We don't want our players falling in if possible. So be sensible and have fun out here and everyone will be great. Let's go up and have a look at the last project on our list for this week. For this year really, which is the 18th bridge. Let's go and have a look. All right, we've made our way down to the 18th bridge now, and there's lots of work going on down here. So just to let you know, this is the abutment wall, so it basically protect from scour protection against the bridge. So when the floods do come through in the future, that's protecting the bridge from any damage. I'm probably getting all the terms wrong, but you know what I mean. You can see on the other side, they're just welding together the cage for the footing over there. You can see the height that's coming in. So this bridge is going to be about 800 mil higher than the previous bridge. And so they're going through just welding that off at the moment. And we'll have a ramp that leads into that from all the different directions, so everything gets finished nicely. There's lots of work going on here. We've been reinforcing the bank to make sure we don't get as much damage in the future. But what you all want to see is the actual bridge. Let's go and have a look at that now. All right, so bridge technology's changed a little bit since the 18th bridge first was built, and we have this going in. So this is a little bit more solid than the previous bridge. It's got handrails, it's got all of those things that you need these days, and it's quite large. So look, Michael's going to take a few steps back. I'm going to try not to fall off it. This is our bridge. So the bridge is 18 metres long. It's got lots of bent steel in it. I think there's about 7.5 tonnes of steel. Hopefully you can still hear me from back there. But it's a very large bridge. We're hoping that this will go in soon. There's still obviously work to be done on the fittings. We've put together all of the bits and pieces we need to here. There'll be a composite deck that goes into it as well. And then we've just got to pour all of the approach paths and the exit paths. So there's a couple of weeks at least still in here. We're hoping that by the end of Club Championship this is fully finished, but obviously everything is at the whim of construction. So we're trying our best to get this in as quickly as possible. Look, there's been so much happening around here at the course. Hopefully this gives you a good update of where we're at. If you haven't been out here, the course is fully open for you to come and have a crack. We'd love to see you out here. There's lots of things happening at Ashgrove, and it is a great time to be a part of what we're doing out here. We're looking forward to seeing you. So until next time, we'll see you soon from Course Corner.